Hi guys, my name is Matt. I'm here from Baines Simmons with the Academy team. I help our clients book training through our live virtual classrooms and our Academy face-to-face downstairs here in Bracknell. Today we're here to talk about fatigue risk management with...
I'm Sarah. I am a managing principal consultant here at Baines Simmons and I lead up the FRM proposition.
Fantastic. So Sarah, what is fatigue risk management?
So it's a data-driven and evidence-based approach to managing risk within an organisation. Fatigue is just another hazard, so we need to manage it in an appropriate way to make sure that all of our employees are safe, and FRM is the framework that allows us to do that.
Okay, and why is FRM important?
So unfortunately, prescriptive hours of work limitations like your European Working Time Directive or flight time limitations at their most basic level aren't enough to control the risk of fatigue. They say you can work for this many hours and then you must have this much time off, and you can only do a maximum of a certain amount over a cumulative period of time. But when you bring in different workloads, different jobs people do, even the basics as if you're working during the day versus during the night, the amount of fatigue that comes in within those hours can be really different. So we need to have a more data and evidence-based approach in order to properly understand and manage that fatigue, which is where FRM comes in.
Okay, and does FRM apply to me in my role?
Technically, yes. So the Health and Safety Executive here in the UK requires that your workplace and your company manages all the risks to you that you could get from work. One of those comes from your hours of work and your fatigue that follows on from that. For people in more safety critical roles, there's generally more explicit regulations, so flight time limitations for flight and cabin crew, for example, which will specifically define that fatigue has to be managed. And in other areas, then we have things like safety management systems, which require all hazards to be managed. Fatigue is just another hazard. So yeah, needs to be done there as well.
Brilliant. Okay, and what course do you recommend for this?
So here in our academy, or we can do it for organisations directly to them as a face-to-face or virtual option. We have a couple of courses. The one for a lot of people just starting out on this journey would be our course that's called Understanding Fatigue Risk Management, which takes you through kind of the basics, how fatigue can be integrated into your safety management system, and what good looks like in terms of the specific elements that you can implement.
Okay, and who should be attending those courses?
Right now, we're seeing a lot of people from the maintenance world within aviation, so our Part 145 and Camo colleagues, because fatigue has recently come into the regulation as part of the implementing SMS in there. So we're seeing a lot of people there. But generally, if you work in a safety critical industry and you need to manage the fatigue of yourself or your colleagues, then I would recommend you come along.
Fantastic. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
If you guys would like to hear more and read more about our FRM courses, please do go onto the Baines Simmons website and all the course information will be there.